Hey, guys, the search for treasure on Oak Island has always been more than a quest for gold. It's a mission soaked in history, mystery, and at its heart, brotherhood. In Season 12, Episode 23 of The Curse of Oak Island, titled Family Ties, the show pivots from the technical and historical intricacies of previous episodes to something more profound: the unbreakable bonds between those searching for the truth. Hearing on May 6, 2025. This episode promises not only to deepen the mystery surrounding the island's elusive treasure, but also to highlight the emotional and personal foundations that have kept this decades-long search alive. As Rick and Marty Lagina prepare for their deepest and final dig of the season at the Money Pit, they also face a discovery thousands of miles away in Malta, one that could reshape everything we know about Oak Island's past. Let's start with the biggest revelation. Teased for Episode 23, the uncovering of a family bloodline linking the Knights of Malta to Oak Island. This is no small twist. For years, fans and researchers have speculated about a possible connection between the Knights Templar, the Freemasons, and the enigmatic Money Pit. But a concrete family connection. That's new and potentially game-changing. In the preview, the team visits Malta's oldest prison, a site steeped in symbolism, including the mysterious four-dot cross, which is thought to signify the presence of holy relics. It's here that the team stumbles upon genealogical and symbolic evidence, suggesting that descendants of the Knights of Malta may have had direct ties to those who operated or even buried the Oak Island treasure. This potential bloodline connection could help explain the technological capabilities seen in Oak Island's underground workings, from advanced flooding systems to the use of blue clay as waterproofing material. After all, the Knights of Malta were no ordinary group. They were engineers, warriors, and protectors of secrets. While the Malta storyline introduces bold new theories, the real soul of Family Ties is the enduring partnership between Rick and Marty Lagina. Over the years, viewers have come to love this dynamic duo. Rick, the poetic historian with unyielding belief, and Marty, the skeptical engineer driven by logic and results. Episode 23 doesn't just showcase their work. It celebrates their deep familial bond forged through years of shared passion, disappointment, discovery, and hope. The showrunners seem to understand that the emotional toll of this quest is as important as the physical labor. It's the season's final and most ambitious dig looms. The pressure mounts and we see the brothers leaning on one another more than ever. Whether they're debating new theories in the war room or examining artifacts in the field, Rick and Marty's emotional resilience and mutual respect shine through. And it's this bond that may be the team's most powerful tool in finally solving the Oak Island mystery. In recent episodes, Oak Island's story has increasingly taken on a global scope, from discoveries in Portugal to new leads in Malta. Episode 23 continues this trend, following the team as they explore Fort St. Elmo and surrounding underground tunnels, hoping to unearth clues that confirm centuries-old theories. What's compelling here is not just the historical architecture or ancient symbols, but how modern science and history intersect. As the team analyzes maps, stone markers, and even ornate artifacts, they're forced to ask, could the same families who protected religious relics in Europe also have been responsible for hiding a vast treasure in the New World? One of the most jaw-dropping scenes previewed shows the team uncovering a highly ornate artifact embedded in stone. Though details are scarce, the reactions are telling. There's genuine surprise and awe, suggesting that whatever they found could be more than another rusty tool or random button. Back on Oak Island, the team is racing against time. With winter fast approaching episode 23, sees the crew preparing for their final and deepest dig of the season in the legendary Money Pit. For more than 2 centuries, this infamous site has swallowed men money and machinery, yielding only hints of what may lie below. But this time, the stakes are higher. The team isn't just excavating. Based on old legends, they're armed with new data from sonar scans, geophysical mapping, and centuries-old European records. If there's a moment where it all could come together, where the mystery could finally start making sense, it's now. And yet, with that anticipation comes tension. The crew knows this dig may not only determine the success of the season, but also influence how much longer the treasure hunt continues. As fans, we've seen how emotionally and financially draining this process can be. Episode May 23 mark a pivotal moment not just in discovery, but in decision-making for the future of the hunt. It's not just Rick and Marty at the center of this story. Family Ties explores how the concept of family extends beyond bloodlines. From Craig Tester and Alex Lagina to archaeologists like Miriam Amaralt and Laird Niven, the team functions as a kind of chosen family, united by shared sacrifice, faith, and curiosity. This episode makes space for those quiet moments, the camaraderie over coffee, the collective tension before a dig, the shared thrill of discovery. These scenes humanize the larger-than-life story, reminding us that the Oak Island mystery is a communal journey with each member contributing a vital piece to the puzzle. It also raises questions about legacy. What does it mean to be part of this team? How will future generations look back on this effort? And could it be that the greatest treasure of Oak Island isn't gold at all, but the bonds formed in the pursuit of it? With the discovery of a possible family connection to the Knights of Malta, an ornate artifact, and the final dig of the season about to go down, the question on everyone's mind is obvious. Are we finally close to the truth? Episode 23 doesn't promise a treasure chest or concrete answers, but it does offer something equally valuable momentum. Every season of The Curse of Oak Island is built on the idea that one breakthrough could change everything. And this episode feels like a convergence point where years of speculation, travel research, and digging start aligning in ways that feel less like coincidence and more like destiny. As Rick says in nearly every season, we're closer than we've ever been. And after watching Family Ties, even the skeptics may start to believe that too. As the Oak Island team heads into the climactic final dig of the season, there's a palpable sense that everything they've endured over the years, every false lead, every breakthrough, and every grueling excavation is culminating in this moment. Episode 23 not only builds on historical intrigue, but elevates the emotional gravity of the treasure hunt. The pressure is immense. The team knows that with only days left before the ground freezes, this final excavation in the Money Pit might be their last real chance this season to uncover something truly monumental. The presence of the Knights of Malta in the storyline introduces a rich and underexplored angle. Historically, the Knights were successors to the Knights Templar, and they played a significant role in safeguarding relics, wealth, and esoteric knowledge. Their potential link to Oak Island opens a host of new questions. Could they have been the custodians of treasure originally hidden by the Templars? Could Malta have been a staging point for voyages to Nova Scotia? The fact that a bloodline connection is being proposed adds serious credibility to what many once dismissed as fringe theories. Meanwhile, the personal toll on the team is becoming increasingly visible. After 12 seasons, the emotional weight is as heavy as the physical demands of the dig. Episode 23 doesn't shy away from this reality. It embraces it. The scenes between Rick and Marty are particularly poignant, capturing moments of fatigue, hope, and unspoken understanding between two brothers who have chased this dream together for decades. It's in these quiet exchanges that viewers see the real heart of the show, a story about perseverance, belief, and family. What's especially striking in this episode is the contrast between the ancient symbolic world of the Knights of Malta and the modern technical approach the team uses on Oak Island. One, penetrating radar, seismic scanning, and hydrographic surveying, collide with oral traditions, ancient symbols, and cryptic maps. This merging of the old and new embodies the show's unique charm. It reminds us that while the tools may change, the fundamental human drive to explore and understand the past remains timeless. As with every major episode, Family Ties leaves viewers with more questions than answers, but that's part of the appeal. Will the team in Malta truly find a documentable genealogical link to Oak Island settlers? Will the final dig reach a chamber or void that reveals the origin of the island's mysterious flooding systems? And what was that ornate object uncovered in the preview? An artifact, a religious relic, or perhaps a clue that ties everything together? In the end, Family Ties sets the stage for a potentially game-changing season finale. Whether or not treasure is found, this episode reinforces that the Oak Island mystery isn't just a puzzle to be solved. It's a journey that connects people across time, geography, and generations. And in that sense, the Lagina brothers and their team have already discovered something of immense value, a story worth telling, and a legacy worth preserving.